So hello everyone and welcome back to the greenhouse. So today I'm going to get on with planting some broad beans. It seems really late to be planting them. Generally I plant them a lot earlier. I've just not got around to it so far. So the two varieties that I've got are this one, which is Bunyard's Exhibition, and this one, which is called the Sutton. Both of these say they can be sown indoors from February to April. We're on the 1st of May now, so I'm thinking the very end of the kind of planting season for them, but at least with them being in the greenhouse, they get a bit of warm weather, warm temperature, just to get them fired off before I get them down the allotment in the next few weeks. So let's get planting. So in terms of planting broad beans, the beans like to have a kind of a long root on them. So what I use is these deep root trainers. This just means that we can get a nice deep root on them sort of from the get-go really. They're not the cheapest thing in the world. I think these generally cost about £8 or £9 for a pack of these, but I reuse mine every year. So this is a brand new one, but I do also have a one from last year, which I think is on its 2nd or 3rd year now, which I'll be using as well. So with these root trainers, they come in a pack like this. They come with the inserts. They come with a frame to hold all the inserts, and then they also come with this clear plastic case, which can be used either just to hold water at the bottom, or they can also be used to go on top as like a propagator type thing. So with the inserts, these are just kind of a vacuum moulded piece of plastic. What you do with these is you fold them up, and they clip in like that to give you a nice long kind of module to plant in. And then what happens with these is they all just get put in the frame, lined up all next to each other, and then you fill them with the compost. So I'll take you across to see the one that I filled up a couple of days ago. And there we go, this is the one that I filled up a few days ago. This is the one that is a couple of years old. It's been used for broad beans in the past, and I'm going to recycle it this year and use it again. So let's get planting. So there we go, that's a nicely filled set of root trainers. What I do is just kind of tamp them down a little bit, just to make a bit of space in the top, because I don't want to kind of completely fill them so that the beans are left exposed. So all that's left now is to open the beans. This first lot is the Sutton. The description here is a traditionally popular dwarf variety producing large crops of pods with tender white seeds. Compact plants are ideal for smaller spaces and exposed locations. Prefers rich, well-dug, fertilised soil. So this should be quite good for the allotment, because where I usually plant them, there's not a lot of protection from the wind. And this brand that I've got is just a budget brand called Country Value. So I thought I'd give these a go this year. And I'm just going to pop one in each module. If you've got a couple spare at the end, I might add one to some of the kind of smaller beans. I never worry with beans which way up I plant them. I've never had any issues with kind of them growing badly. They all seem to do quite well, particularly when I start them off in the greenhouse. And this pack allegedly has an average seed content of 35. So I've planted 32 modules and I have that many left, so I think they go a fair few above. So I'm not going to add any of those additional. I'm going to save those for now. Reason being, the other broad beans are supposedly 25 in a pack, and they're going to go in the other root tray now. So here we go, this is going to be the Bunyard's exhibition. These say they're a popular and trusted long pod variety, one of the most reliable, producing well-formed pods that contain 6 to 8 white beans per pod, and prefer rich, well-dug, fertilised soil. So from what I remember, the Bunyard's exhibition are a little bit bigger than the Sutton. And we're just going to do the same, we're going to drop those in each one of these modules. And these are supposedly 25 in the pack, and I've got 32 modules. So hopefully there's enough to spread out across the whole tray again. It's looking promising. Ooh. There we go, there was more than there should be, but we're just a couple short, well 3 short to do the whole tray. So I'll just pop a Sutton in each of those. So there we go, that's all the beans in. All that's left now is to cover those over with some compost. And there we go, that is my 2 trays of broad beans. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a grow bag tray. I'm going to line that with the capillary matting, and we'll get these popped on there so they remain well watered throughout. So there we go, that's just my quick video of me planting my broad beans. As I say, I know it's very late compared to what I normally would do. I'd normally get them started off, sometimes even in kind of November, December. But certainly by sort of January, February they're in normally. This year I've just been behind with everything. Looking at the packets, it's kind of the end of the time where I can start planting them, so I thought I'd give them a go. If nothing comes of it, I've lost a couple of quid's worth of broad bean seeds, but potentially get a good few quid's worth of broad beans out of them. So thank you for watching, take care, happy allotmenting.